You think it's funny? You laugh at people and shit. You bully them. Is that the bee in your hat? Is it because of bully?
Oh, bitch.
Or is it for Broskiedoodles? Welcome to the Broskiedoodles podcast, the best podcast in all of the land. It's your boy Kiko Flow, Kiko Cervantes. And with us, like every other fucking week, is Chef Maurice. Directly from San Francisco, the land of the free, the land of the versatile, the land of the, hey, I'm just gonna leave on the streets and just stay here. The best podcast in all of the land, the podcast that's listened to by the Marines, the podcast that's listened to by the sailors that are out there in different type of boats, trying to make, a living. Some of them are transporting gas, some of them are transporting containers filled with merchandise, and some of them are transporting drugs without even knowing it. It's happening. It's part of the drug world trade. I saw it the other day on a Nat Geo documentary.
A lot of drug smuggling in Madrid.
Really?
I watched this show of the drug smuggling thing that goes on in the airports, and I've been watching the one in Madrid a lot.
Okay, is that the one that's like called Alert Airport?
Yes, that one.
Okay.
A lot of Latin Americans.
Okay.
Trying to smuggle.
You can say it.
Trying to smuggle the white.
The white, the Christina Aguilera. They're trying to smuggle a little bit of that Katy Perry. Damn.
The pecorino.
The pecorino romano. Some of my friends like to call it the ñao ñao.
The ñao ñao. Okay.
Sometimes when that shit hits hard. The ñao ñao. Okay. Some people like to call it the booger sugar.
The booger sugar. I haven't heard of that one.
Or the sugar booger.
The sugar booger.
Whatever you know.
Anyways, I think it's a great name.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been invested in that show as of late.
Okay.
It's like 45 minutes, and most of the times it's like, dude, come on. You're better than that.
You mean like people are too dumb type shit?
Yeah, because I don't know. They start sweating a lot, and most of the times they start lying. And once they get caught, it's like, okay, well, but I was visiting my girlfriend in the Dominican Republic.
She said, "Can you take this teddy bear to Madrid? It won't have anything inside."
It's for right,
and then you give it to my friend over there.
A lot of times is they redo the suitcases. So they have like a false floor,
right?
Or they move parts. I don't know if you've seen those suitcases that have like a stop. I don't know. But I don't know.
I know exactly what you mean. Like where the suitcase supposedly ends, there's like an extra layer beneath that, and that's where they put.
Right.
I mean, to me, it's just crazy that people still like smuggle or try to smuggle shit through an airport. Like, I just think it's insane. Like, with all the checks and all the X-ray and all the things, it's like, how the fuck you think you're gonna, pass it through? But I guess it's still possible since they still try it. I have seen that one. It's in Spanish and it's in the airport in Madrid, which I know a lot because I live in Madrid. I actually love that airport. Every time that I fly out of that airport and then I come back to that airport, I realize, oh, this is like the best airport that I've been to. I mean, again, I'm not a well-traveled man. It's not like I'm always, being shipped out to different places, but...
Not yet,
but hopefully it will be a time where I visit so many places that I'm like, oh no, this airport is better than the Madrid airport. But for now, the Madrid airport is actually a pretty nice one. Shit works, it's organized, it's clean.
It's beautiful. I personally think it's a beautiful architecture.
Oh, damn. Now you're a poet and shit. So the designer did this like bamboo or wood ceiling with this yellow columns. It is a very pretty, and it's easy to get to. You have the public transport. If you need to get a taxi, I think it's no more than $30. So I mean, it's just a marvel. It's just a fucking marvelous building.
It's marvelous.
I fucking love it, mate. Oh, look. So the pillars have been painted in different colors throughout the years. But the most beautiful part about it is the wooden ceiling, which makes you feel calm. in moments where you might be a little bit nervous because you're about to get into a metal wingy thing that's gonna be going very high, very fast, and flying, due to science we don't even fucking understand, right?
I mean, maybe if we paid attention in high school, maybe we would understand a little more.
No, I just think it's crazy that we're able to get on a little wingy metal box in the air and then have a guy like, oh yeah, I'm gonna land this, and everything's fine. Like, are you fucking insane? Are you insane?
Thinking about it, flying an airplane it's
fucking insane.
It's interesting. It's hard.
It's interesting. Like, and when you get older, you realize that, oh, this is not like, because we used to think when you were younger, like, oh, adults, they're like on some shit. Like, adults know their thing. Of course, this pilot is an adult. He's been studying and he's been adulting for a minute now. So he knows what's goody. And then you become an adult and you're like, oh no, he's just another person with insecurities, fears, and fucking traumas. And maybe not right now. There was a pilot that some years ago took some shrooms and was about to take down the plane and kill everybody. Because he was going through a depression. I think the woman left him. Told him he had a little dick. Which is always hurtful, right? And women tend to say these things once the relationship is over. Oh, I thought it was huge, bitch. You used to say you say it was the biggest thing you've ever seen.
It hurts.
And then now that we're not together, now you say that shit was mad small. That's fucked.
I think it's a thing. I mean, they say it to hurt you. They want to hurt you. They talk about your dick.
Right. That is true. Okay, but no, but back to the subject. What do you think
about the airport? Beautiful airport.
No,
the flying tubes.
Yeah, the airplanes, like the marvelous, the miracle of flying.
The miracle of flying. I mean, without it, we wouldn't be where we are now.
I mean, the fact that thousands of planes fly every day and they don't fall, to me, that's a miracle. I think that's like the arc of the human capacity. Like, I mean, of course, you have space travel, and that's fucking gangster, and I get it. That's cool. I love that. Elon Musk, the rockets, ping, boom, pound. I'm down for it. But the planes is a thing that happens on the daily. Like when you're on an airport and you see the workers there and how they allow these planes to land and help them and guide them, and then the tower guy and the guy with the little lights in the track. I'm just like, damn, this is crazy. Like, the fact that we're able to get organized enough to make this shit work, and then at the end of the day, the bags are coming out of a thing. Like, damn. I don't know. I just think it's a miracle. People might be listening to like, okay, Kiko, I think you might have smoked a little bit of that, devil's lettuce and got a little crazy. And yes, that might be true. But also, that shit is a miracle.
Look how much it has changed in 100 years. Look at it in 100 more years. How more could it change? I think it's going to be more of like faster plane rides.
I'm not sure about that. I think we've gotten to like a point where we've reached a plateau, right? Because flying has been pretty much the same for the last 50 years.
But traveling has gotten faster.
I mean, a little bit, but not really. Not since 50 years ago. Not that much faster. If anything, it's gotten fucking more uncomfortable. We've talked about this before, but what I'm saying is, I think there is some improvement, of course, in like technology for flight and all these things, but I don't think there's room for like incredible improvement where we're gonna have a plane doing half the time from New York to London. I don't think so. But again, I mean, I might be wrong.
I just looked it up. There's a Swiss startup company that's trying to develop an aircraft that could fly from New York to Paris in 1.5 hours.
It's a startup. Come on. This is money laundering.
For sure.
Well, I mean, there was a plane that did, if I'm not mistaken, I think 3 hours to 2 hours and a half, the Concorde, which blew
in that
up.
same route, right?
Yeah, well, it did Paris, New York. Yeah, the Concorde. And it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was an Airbus plane. They made two of them. And it was pretty fire, but I believe it was just too expensive to run it because the amount of fuel that you needed to waste and the amount of space you needed to keep that fuel meant that you could only carry so many passengers. So they were very expensive seats. Who knows? It might come back now, because you have rich people that, are able to pay a lot. I mean, at this point, I would just be happy if you could give me a seat that a human can coexist for 9 hours, in a humane way. The last airplane I was in, I felt like literally I was like a refugee put in a fucking container to be shipped out. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just the example that came to my mind at the moment.
I think they should make airplanes more. They should make it funner. Maybe have like a casino. Make it. There are some that are two flights. Maybe make the top like a bar/casino. Maybe some blackjack tables.
Maybe get the stewardess a little bit of training and entertainment. Get a couple teams going. Family Feud.
Okay.
Get the people involved. Yeah, make it family friendly. Get the people involved. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Call me old fashioned, but when we were going in the trip to Orlando from Miami, in those hours, my brother-in-law would pull out his phone and have like a little Family Feud app, and we would play. And you know what? I felt like a family. So what I'm saying is the airplanes, you're right. An experience that's very arduous, very tedious, very annoying could become something you're actually looking for. Like, hey, tomorrow we flight. Are you guys ready for Pictionary?
Have different sections of the plane being different games.
Right. So like not everybody's gonna be playing the same games. We're gonna be dividing them. And the stewardess are gonna be trained on how to manage like little social Maybe
we have a Jeopardy section, and then one of the flight attendants, it's asking the questions.
What?
The flight attendants?
What you said?
That they're gonna be asking the questions, and you can win prizes.
You can win prizes, bro.
Free flights.
Like you can win prizes so that when the food is coming, you won the VIP food, and everybody else gets the fucking whatever beef and peas, whatever the fuck it is. You get the fucking salmon, and the stewardess takes you to the bathroom right quick. Depending on the flight and the captain, because the captain mid-flight, a stewardess goes in there, help him out with certain things. You feel me? It's only fair. He's flying the metal wingy thing, right? From Paris to fucking Sydney, Australia. That's 18 hours in the air, motherfucker. I'm taking 340 passengers over there. Lindsay, the new stewardess, she better come halfway and give me a little hug too on midway. Is that too much to ask for Mr. Johnson, the pilot, taking us to fucking Sydney?
He needs to relieve some tension.
Right, so he doesn't go crazy and take the shit to the water. All right, so anyways, back to the games. There's different games that...
Maybe have like a triple X or 18 plus section where the flight attendants are not really flight attendants, but they're strippers.
Okay, you're getting a little wild here, but I like where you're going. Keep that energy, right? Keep that energy.
Maybe they have a room for Pecorino Romano.
Yeah, the whole Pecorino Romano, the Lindsay Lohan room, I'm all down for, right? You have a little Pecorino Romano, and when you're in the air and you take those substances, that shit must feel even nicer. But the thing is, if we go too crazy, then we might not get it approved by the FDA.
Fuck the FDA.
Because if it's for me, I also would want a Bob Marley room.
right.
But then they're gonna
Right.
get, so like different people. I'm like, oh, what about the people that want to do methamphetamines?
No, but you only have maybe 2 drugs to choose from.
Right. So two, one upper, one downer. Okay. Like the sort of the tops ones, the ones that everybody likes.
Or you can just get a menu, different kind of drugs, all kinds of drugs.
I mean, this is a market that the airlines haven't really hit.
right.
Because, for example, if you're in Spain, one of the best experiences you can have is riding a train in Spain from one city to another. Most of them, the good ones, have a little cafeteria/bar. And although not the best quality, and although I wouldn't say pricey, but they're gonna charge a little. You can get like even rum and coke or a whiskey and some carbonated water. And you're just chilling in a little wagon, talking to your boy, your girlfriend, your significant other. Maybe there's a person you took lying to them about love, and you really just want that now now. And now you're drinking a little whiskey with them here. That's an experience. Now the time goes by, like Einstein said, it's relative. Now it goes quick and I'm watching the scenery and I watch the mountains and I'm like, oh, how beautiful the world is and nature and shit. You really just want to get her now now. But, you tell her about this bullshit. Oh, Spain, did you know that it was liberated by, whatever, Philip III and shit? She's like, oh, really? Yeah. Bullshit. It's all lies. But objective in mind. So airlines could do a little bit like that. Like, hey, let's make this shit entertainment. I know you got movies, but let's make it a thing where we all connect.
Maybe have like a cinema, feeling to it. But you're going to the movies. You have like a chair that can recline a little bit more. You have the popcorns. You have, sodas.
Popcorn in the airplane, perfect. Because it's not like a food that's going to get in the middle of the seats. But, but I love it. I love it. Popcorn, sodas. The seats got to be a little more comfortable. And you only put classics for everybody to see and have like a little cathartic experience. Like more like a community thing. Like, hey, guys, today on the flight, we're going to have Gladiator. The first one, the original one. Not this new bullshit I just saw, Gladiator 2 with Denzel Washington. What the fuck is this? Now I'm talking about the real one, the OG. Okay? With Joaquin Phoenix. All right? Maximus.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, Russell Crowe. Crow. Whatever. All right.
What else? What
Titanic.
else can we put in? Maybe we put like a gambling section. I'm going like the dark side of the airplane.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'll let you go with the gambling one. The drugs, not too much because the FDA and then you got the Flying Association of America. But then when you talk about betting, I'm like, hey, when you're 50,000 feet above in the air, are you in any are you in any country really? So are you in any jurisdiction where they can ban you or like criminally, claim something against you because you're doing gambling? No, I'm in the fucking air. I'm in space, motherfucker. There's no rules here about betting. So guess what? We get a little blackjack table going. We get a little poker going. One of the stewardesses is actually trained in how to deal cards professionally. She went to Vegas for 5 years to get trained on that shit.
And we can have companies kind of be part of it. Like maybe we get Hooters to be a sponsor for it. Mm-hmm. We have a couple of Hooters girls passing around some wings.
Okay.
Big TV so we can watch the games as we're also gambling. What else?
I love this.
This is like, again, this is this darker side of
No, I love it. I'm just trying to see how we're going to fit it all because at the end of the day, you're still going to have, like, it still's got to be financially feasible for the airlines.
Well, then you have, I don't know, maybe you have different ticket prices. Mm-hmm. You want the gambling one.
Right.
It's a little bit more expensive. You want the movie one. It's a certain price.
There's also like they should have one that's like just sleeping. Do you want the sleeping pod? And we just boom, you just close it up. You take 2 Sannies and you black out.
If you want the Sannies, it's an extra charge.
It's an extra charge. Now these are the good Sannies, so you are gonna sleep through it. You will wake up in Sydney.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I mean, they're so good. Some people don't wake up.
Maybe have like a disclaimer on the bottom, like
By the
this
way,
and this can happen.
yeah, just know it's gonna be a very profound sleep.
We can have what else? We can have like a Michelin experience, like a restaurant,
Okay.
like a 3-star Michelin
I
restaurant.
mean, I still don't know how we're gonna fit it all, but I love
no
I
different
love
different
the attitude.
planes.
Oh,
different planes. The problem is that you're gonna have 20 planes doing the same route because different sections. What else can we put in there?
Well, for example, there could be one where you don't have any seats, and instead you have a bunch of poofs.
Standing.
No, you have
Okay.
a bunch of poofs.
Okay.
And then with a reflector, you send out the movie so that everybody can see it. You get what I'm saying? I mean, it's like a big ass space with only poof couches, and everybody, and they got little blankets and shit. And then it's easier to like pass around the popcorn.
It's just one big ass bucket of popcorn for everybody.
No, that's nasty. I mean, ideally, you would want to, in an ideal world, that would work, but you got too many nasty people. Here, when I flew, even when you do like a flight that's like supposed to be decent, like an intercontinental flight, you're like, okay, so, not everybody can do this flight, But no, you realize, anybody can do this flight because this shit is filled with savages. So I wouldn't want to be sharing my popcorn with, necessarily everybody. But what I'm saying is, like, if the stewardess is going around giving out little popcorn buckets, it's easier if there's no rows, aisles, and shit. It's very hard for them to, like, pass a little cart through that little line. So if we're all in couches, now, if there's turbulence, we're going to lose a few.
Fucked.
Nana might not make it. If she knocks her head with a fucking ceiling.
I think Nana is in the casino right now.
Yeah, Nana's drunk. She's going to hit her head on the top. It's going to be her last, blackjack hand. So, yeah, it all comes with a risk-reward factor.
I'm more inclining to the reward side.
Okay.
Not into the risky, because
Right.
fuck the risky part.
No. What you're saying is you want to do the risky shit, but you don't want to think about the risky.
Right.
You want to think
right.
about what you get out of it in the positive. All right, so that's a daredevil, and I like that.
What else can we have in there? Anything else that pops in your head?
Well, we definitely need a proper bar.
Yeah, top shelf stuff.
I mean, you don't have to have that many
Cocktails.
stuff, but you're going to have a nice rum, a nice whiskey. We're going to have the right ice, the right type of glasses. We're going to have, the mixers. And then we're going to have a little, small section, but a little DJ playing some bossa nova.
Okay.
And make the ride an experience. It doesn't have to be like a tedious experience. It could be like a nice thing. So, I don't know. That's how we
Maybe
can
a
fix it.
singles flight. How they have single cruises.
Oh, I see.
Just single people traveling for 9 hours.
And you know what's great about that? Like what you could do is kind of like a little speed dating.
Okay.
You get to meet everybody, and then once you land, you just go to the hotel with that person, like straight up. You already met him. You spoke for 4 hours. You kind of know everything about him. And you met Randy, you met Bob, you met Jason. You're like, no, let me stay with, Christian. He seemed like
Okay.
he won't kill me.
Okay. I like our ideas.
'cause
Maybe
people-
we can talk to
pe-
American Airlines.
Yeah, because people love to talk about like, oh, I met somebody in the plane and I started talking. Like that's how a movie starts, right? Some guy is talking to the girl next to him in a plane, and all of a sudden she's into him, he's into her, and then when they drop off, they give each other's phone number, and then they have like a whole love story. If you try to talk to a girl in a plane, she's gonna be like, yo, stewardess, this guy's fucking doing some sort of,
Do
Epstein
they have a
shit.
little gel?
A little gel in the plane for the naughty guy, for the naughty people.
Taking pictures under my skirt kind of situation.
Talking about airplanes and shit, like I saw this a few days ago. I saw a movie called what's it called? The luggage that you take with you on the plane? Carry On.
The Carry On.
So the movie's called Carry On. And I mean, it's like one of these blockbuster movies for the movie theater. It's not good, but it's like fun. It's like about a guy that works as a TSA guy looking at the luggage going through the X-ray, and then some guy talks to him and tells him, "Look, you need to do what I tell you. You need to let this bag in, or else I'm gonna kill your girlfriend." All this shit, and like it's like thriller. And then he ends up in the plane and trying to save the people because in the bag it's like something very dangerous, and like it's all a thing, and it's fun, but I don't know. It's a good movie. It's called Carry On. I think it's in the movie theaters now.
Mm.
So yeah, pretty fun. I'm waiting for that Severance to come out in Jan. I'm excited about that. And I don't know. Yeah, sorry.
No, I was gonna say
No, sorry.
The smuggling in the airports kind of has to stop, right? I mean, you're gonna do it. They always tell you you're gonna earn big bucks.
You know what I say is open up a little sandwich shop. Start there. And then move up as you go. I think that should be everybody's, way of thinking and looking at it. I wanted to talk to you about a very relevant and very relevant too. Relevant topic about something that adults that are adulting do, which is
watch porn.
Shit. That escalated rather quickly. Which is buying candles. Scented candles. Like right now in my house, I have 5 candles, one of them being a big one, 4 small ones lit up. And I've become that person. Candle person.
I remember. I remember visiting you and you having candles. I don't mind the candles. They just need like I'm very particular with smells.
Damn.
The other day I went to the store and they had like a candles section.
Mm-hmm.
And one said like smoke. So I grabbed it and tried to smell it. I'm like, okay, it smells like whatever. Like a fake scent.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to the candle next to it that says trees. And it smelled just like the smoke one. And then the one next to it was like waterfall. It smelled like the one before it. So it's not like you're not giving me the real scent.
I will say, especially in the US, there's a lot of shenanigans in the candle world because there's a lot of cat ladies that fuck up the business, right? Like the business. You want me to tell you about the candle business?
Tell me about the candle business.
The candle business. In the candle business, what they do is they try to fuck you with shit that's like, oh, this is super duper, scented. Like, I think Gwyneth Paltrow was like, oh, you want to, see my pussy smell in the candle type shit, which I'm down to try, but a lot of it is bullshit. So what happens is I buy cheap candles from the supermarket. They cost like $1, $2. And they're great, and I love them. Now, in the US, you could get candles that cost $30, $40. Just one candle. Now, some of them are worth it, and they do smell strong, and the smell is saturated, and I love it when it saturates the house. Because when a house smells nice, you feel like it's cleaner. And I've become like an aunt now, where I like to keep my house really clean and have everything smelling good and shit. So, I like it. And one thing that I also discovered in the candle business is that aside from the candles, there's also this thing, which, you know how the candle in physical form is like a wax, but as it starts burning, it becomes like a little liquid, right? And it starts dripping. Well, there's this thing that I can't remember, I don't know the name of them, but what it does is that it heats up like a little container, like a little pot, that has this candle juice. But instead of there having a little stick that lights fire to it, it is being heated from the bottom through like an electrical thing, right? It's connected to the electrical outlet. It heats up this little container, and inside is this wax that becomes liquid. And what happens is, it's always burning it. So it's like a reverse candle. It's weird. It's like it's actually like a little electrical pot heating the candle. And what it does is that it's always in liquid form. And you put it in the bathroom especially. And it smells amazing. And it always keeps the place never smelling like shit, for example. So I think that you need to stop being a little dickhead and support and get on with the little candle movement. Don't get caught up with the commercial shit. But do get, smelling, having the house smell nice. Maybe you do a little vibras dance, which is like a vibes dance where you like, and you do like your own little dance with your family. And you're like, hey, we bought the little candles. We went to bed, Bath and Beyond, for example.
My women, she's a big candles person.
Okay.
And she has had to stop her I don't know, love for the candles because of me. And I feel kind of bad.
She what, sorry?
She had to stop her love for candles.
Because you don't like them.
Because I don't like the smells.
This is the thing, right? Like, I understand if you're like, I don't really care about candles. If they're there, they're there. If they're not, they're not. Like typical man where like if the woman puts some candle, he's like, look, I wouldn't buy them. But if she buys them and puts them, hey, it smells nice. It's cool. But the fact that you precisely don't like them, it's just really weird.
I know. It's the smell. It's something in the fake smell that doesn't do well for me. Now, she has been putting, what's the name of the stick?
The incense?
The incense. That I don't mind.
That's crazy. Because to me, I like both. But the incense is a lot stronger. And
it's not.
But to you, I think you kind of like more like Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern flavors?
No, you probably have like one of your great grandpas is from Syria. Because you're more into incense.
Well, they're free now, so.
Kind of, yeah.
One of the smells I do like, that she does have the wax thing that you're talking about before. One of the smells I do like is the pine. Because it reminds me of Christmas. And it smells like pine.
That's pretty gay. Okay, so...
Okay. But I'm down for that. When she puts that...
Okay, so what if it was a pine-scented candle?
No, fuck that. There's something about it that I'm not...
What if I grab a pine tree and you stick it up your arse?
Arse?
Stick it up your arse?
Maybe it's the whole business behind it too.
The business behind it?
I'm giving you all these smells. What's that store that makes it smell like shit? Yankee Doodle?
Oh.
The candle store? I think it's something like that.
Okay.
And it's a store that only sells candle. It's like, men's scent. What the fuck does that mean?
Oh, that's probably for the older ladies that are like not really getting the nyao licked.
Let me look up this store.
All right, you can share it. Another thing that I've been getting into also, and again, there's people that are listening that are like, hey, Kiko, I've been into that for a minute because that's like the normal thing. But again, we're not normal here. And one thing that I've been getting into more and more is colognes. Pretty much in the past.
No, I was going to say, I think for me, it's the smells. I love certain colognes, but I don't wear it as much.
Pretty much anything that has to do with hygiene and smelling well, it's not in your radar. I get it. So, for example, I started with colognes because my dad would just give me colognes like, hey, here, this one's about to end, so use it a bit. And I would just have like a bunch of colognes that people would give me, my mom, my aunt. And I got a nice little collection, but now I'm getting into like, okay, which ones do I like? Let me get them. And like having a little arsenal so that you can have an identity that's mixed with other things. Like, oh, these are the jeans I like. These are the shoes I like. This is the cologne I like. This is the watches I like. And I think that if you don't do it in a vain way, where vanity is what leading you through it, but more your own organic search for a personality and a place in this world, and this experience that they call life, then you get to a point where you're able to mix all these little things and traits about you, makes you, a better person. So is there anything that you like that makes you a better person? Like, for example, you have the hats, example number one. It's part of your personality. You collect hats and then you put them on. Boom, boom. You like it. Cool.
Does that make me a better person?
Nah, not really, but at least you have a passion, a thing that you connect to your personality.
Like, look at this fucking candles.
$31. Like this should be illegal. So this I'm not about.
North Pole Hideaway. The fuck does that mean, bro?
Yeah, the names are a little douchey.
Parisian holiday brunch.
Parisian holiday brunch. Munich Christmas Market. What is that? Is that the Nazis coming in and killing me? Damn, I think that word is bad in YouTube. Okay.
But they have
the Yankee Candle.
Buy two, get two.
Oh, that's great. In that case, I wasn't gonna buy, but now that you say it,
you know, I don't. I'm not.
I'll be honest with you. I'm here talking the mad shit. I would probably love them.
No, you wouldn't.
I would. I probably love them if I had the fucking Munich Christmas. If I had the fucking slope side spritz, you know what a slope side spritz is? Have you ever been to like a music festival? Like, for example, the Palm Beach Amphitheater. Have you been to it? Or like, people have gone to festivals.
I have been, yes.
Right. There's a section where there's seating. But then there's an even bigger section behind that's like a slope in the grass. And that's where like, the more wilder folk go to do, drugilinis and drink stuff and just have fun. And sometimes you meet people and you kiss and you do things. And then she might be doing something to you where she's, doing the old hawk to us slopey slopey. And that's what I call the slope side spritz. All right. The kitchen spice. That's when you have consensual sex in the kitchen. Sicilian lemon. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't want to say.
But $30 for a candle. It's a fucking.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Forget about it, Tony. Forget about it.
Yeah, I'm not about that life.
You're not about that life.
Not about that life.
But the incense you do fucks with.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. If I had a choice, I wouldn't put it. But if it's on, it's on.
All right. No, that's cool. I like that.
But fuck candles.
Really?
I mean, they are also a hazard. If you're not,
they are. That is true.
Careful.
They are.
I think my neighbor she let a candle, burn for longer than she should have had, and she almost burned down the house.
Oh shit!
A couple of days ago.
Oh, a couple of days ago. Okay.
Yeah. That Christmas spirit.
The Christmas spirit. So yeah.
And I think she's from Germany.
Germany. Okay.
Yeah, she likes burning down stuff.
Yeah, the slope side spritz, the Bleach Creeks, the Munich Christmas, the morning after D-Day. That's a candle. That's a candle.
And then they have a bunch of other smells, like I don't know, like I told you before, men's scent or ass. I don't know. I'm just trying to be funny, but they do have weird smells that I don't. It doesn't compute in my head. Yeah,
it's like, how can a smell be so specific to a situation? It's like, smells that they're a little bit, like, the snack wrap back in 2005 at McDonald's. That's a scent? That's a candle? That's crazy, Movie popcorn from back in 2007 when things used to be good and you didn't have all the worries you have now and the anxiety. That's a scent? Yeah, Yankee Candle scent this summer.
2007 PPCHS boys locker room scent.
Damn. Okay.
Very specific.
Very specific, weird, but okay. I'll take a candle of that.
2006 first time losing your virginity scent.
Scent?
I don't know.
That scent.
Just weird smell.
I want to smell that smell. That's crazy, right?
Maybe you can hear shit too.
Because when you're doing the delicious, right? when you're doing the old delicious, right? The sensual activity with a lady or with whatever it is that you like to do sensual stuff with. There's a smell that comes out of it. That room, especially a small one, I wouldn't even call it a smell. I would call it a musk.
Mm,
You know, it's spongy.
right.
If it wasn't because it's your smell too, you would find it almost repugnant. If it was like other people's smells. That's how animalistic we are, right? I wish I could have that musk for my first time in a candle. You know, first time musk, whatever you want to call it.
Maybe the Hawk Tuah girl can have her own scent.
Right. Like how does it smell when a retarded southern girl sucks your dick? That's a scent. Actua.
I like the name of that candle.
Which,
Retarded.
yeah, you don't have to say it twice. YouTube doesn't necessarily like the word. We're bringing it back. You know, it's happening, but we do have to do it slowly. Okay, maybe wait until Trump is in office, then we can start, being a little more free.
With our word usage.
Yeah, and with
Any
anything.
word or just that word?
No, you can start getting a little wilder if you want. So, just pointing it out.
Can you give me an idea of another word that's
I'm
coming
getting
back?
a shotgun next week. No, I don't want to give you. I already used. I'm the one that put this word into usage. So maybe you get a new word and you maybe add a little bit to the podcast for once.
What are you trying to? You're trying to switch it back on me, dog.
Because you're trying to fucking get more words out of me. I'm making an effort to bring the R word back. I even brought the G word back. Yeah.
Okay. I want to say a couple words, but I'm afraid.
No, but just one that you think is like,
No.
to ease it in.
No.
No, damn, that's fucked. You must have a fucking dirty mind.
The F word.
Oh shit. Okay, that was a fun one.
That was a fun one, and it never had to be the
Yeah,
derogatory.
that one really hurt. I think there's like a South Park episode on that.
On the F word.
Yeah, you ever saw it?
I don't think so, but
I saw the
I can
clip.
see-
I saw the clip the other day in YouTube. Pretty much the premise is that they were like these Harley Davidson guys that would just go around the neighborhood like annoying people with their motorcycles. So they would be like, oh, there are a bunch of F words. And then they took them to court, and then in the court they were like, no. It's not that they're gay, it's that they're F words. Because they're like annoying. So you don't have to be gay to be an F word. You could be straight and still be an F word. That was their argument.
right.
All right.
I don't think me living in San Francisco and saying the F word is a good idea.
No, it's not a good idea. I mean, and again, when cartoon characters are saying it, it's a whole lot different. I wish that the word you were gonna say is a little different because I don't know where you would use. But I mean, I get it. Back in the day, it was part of our vernacular. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
I heard a Mexican guy say the N word to a black dude,
Yeah.
and I didn't know how to feel.
But
I
like
didn't
at
know how to
work
feel.
or something.
At work, yeah.
Word. And how did the black guy took it?
He didn't say anything. They just
No?
kept going with their conversation.
It was fine. All right.
At the moment, it seemed fine, and maybe that word is back.
Maybe we're crossing over.
But I guess
maybe
if the
maybe the culture is shifting forward.
maybe the black dude would have been like, them beaners. He wouldn't have said anything, right?
Yeah, but I think that if you look at it that way, then you're looking at it wrong because that would mean that the black person took it as an insult when in reality he took it like, oh, you're my friend saying that too. That's cool. So I think the evolution is that we've gotten to the point where that word is used so much for like positive things that it doesn't really have the negative connotation to it anymore. I mean, in South Florida, it doesn't have any negative connotation. It's literally used as like friend.
Did you ever use that word?
Yeah, I did. And thank you for asking me, you piece of shit.
I mean, you could have said no.
Yeah, but I'm not a liar. Yeah,
I've never used that word before.
Oh yeah, that's look at wow, what a little piece of shit. What a little piece of shit. Just trying to get a TMC video out of me. Yeah, it was part of South Florida. And I think you're lying, but anyway.
Different culture.
Yeah, it was South Florida. That's how like everybody spoke.
Well, it seems like everybody in the South kind of says that. Not just South Florida.
Oh, really? I wouldn't know. I haven't been anywhere else, but I know in South Florida it was like very well known. Like everybody used it in high school and shit. So, but anyways, you evolved, you mature, and yeah, and you make podcasts with piece of shit people that want to put you out there and throw you out the bus. It happens.
So candles.
Candles. So one that's scented, with whatever. Having your friend throw you out the bus scent candle. Yeah, so anything that has to do with smells, I'm cool with. I like the smell of the house clean. So when you put the Clorox.
But aren't you faking it?
What do you mean faking it?
Because if you don't clean your house and you put, a baby powder smell
Well, I just said I love the smell of the house clean when you put like the Clorox and you clean it. Like.
But does that mean that you have to clean the house?
Yeah, of course.
Can you
house.
go a month without cleaning the house and just putting that scent? And you're tricking your mind.
I mean, that's like if you don't shower and you just put cologne. Oh, yeah, it's not going to work. You're going to smell like shit and cologne.
What if you don't shower for 3 or 4 days, but you use deodorant?
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Okay.
I mean, you know this.
Taking notes.
You don't know? It depends. I mean, in Europe, in winter, they go a day or two without taking a shower. I've heard rumors. In hot countries, you can't really do that, right? Because it's going to be you're going to get smelly quick. I could go a day or two and I'm not going to be smelly, but yeah, I mean, I don't think you can do it. So you got to clean it up. You can't have a house that's dirty for a month. So, that's a place that you live. That's where you pay the most out of your salary, out of your whatever, your earnings. So take advantage of it. Hey, this weekend we're going to go to some place. Maybe we don't. We stay home. I pay for this thing. It's already paid for.
I'm actually on that boat. I want to stay home because I pay for this shit.
Right. You're like, hey, it's already paid for. We already have a rent that we pay for. So let's stay home and we just stay here. Yeah.
Already, pay for groceries. We don't have to go to a restaurant.
Right.
Why would we do that?
We pay for alcoholic drinks. We don't have to go to a bar. Yeah. So I think that's what happens when inflation and recession comes in, which is about to happen. They cut the rates. Maybe
we should put more money into crypto.
Yeah, it's going really bad right now. Bitcoin is going up, but like a bunch of people that I know are into meme coins. That shit is going down. Hopefully, we'll go back up. As you know, it's all a fugazi. It's all a fake casino that they have. But yeah, some people can make money on it. So, what do you think about it? Do you have any on it? Do you like it?
I have some money on a Dutch coin.
Oh, really?
That's Elon Musk.
Has that gone up since they mentioned they were going to do a Doge ministry or some shit?
It has gone up. When I bought it at like 7 cents. Mm-hmm. And right now at this moment, it's at 30 cents. So it has gone up. There was a point that I got to like 40 cents. So, yeah. Maybe in 10 years, I'll be a multimillionaire.
Would you say you're just a chill guy?
Of course.
There's a coin of the meme chill guy.
Mm-hmm. There's a coin for the Hawk Tuah girl.
Right. She like scammed everybody. I mean, it's all a scam, but she like double scam everybody type shit.
I don't blame her. She needed to make money out of her 50
Yeah, but
minutes
don't you think she could have made it cleaner?
No, she's sloppy.
She's sloppy? Okay, I get it. No, you're smart. But I just think she right now she's being looked at very badly by many people. so she's not gonna be able to like come up from that. I think.
I mean, did we think she was gonna come up from it?
Well, I think she had a podcast. She had, she could monetize that fame a little longer, but now she just kind of fucked it all up, I think.
When you say that, is it because you think her time is over?
No, it's because she fucked over a bunch of people, so now they're not gonna wanna support her.
Why do you think she was famous? Just because of that video?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think so. That's what happened. She became famous because of the video.
This is our girl right here.
She's cute.
She cute. She can get a hug too whenever she wants.
And I do like the little southern accent. So I'm down with that. But I just think that when you start screwing up people for money, then, you don't look as cute anymore.
What is she? Is she like a college girl?
I don't think she goes to college, but she's college age.
She's been through college. Or
college has been
through her.
Yeah, I think she's like 26 or some shit.
I'm trying to look it up.
Isn't it crazy that now she like people just look at her, like search for her? Oh, well, how old is she? Type shit. Like, oh,
she's between 22 and 23. They can't decide.
Oh, they don't know. It's like a mystery.
Yeah,
she's even younger. She's even younger than I thought.
She became notable for the catchphrase of Haktua, an onomatopoeia for spitting during oral sex.
Okay, I like the explanation. Very descriptive and to the point.
Does she still have the podcast? Or is there like a one and done kind of situation?
No, I think she has a podcast, but I don't know if it's gonna continue now that she what it's called is a rug pool, where you get a bunch of coins for you start selling others for a lot of money, and then at one point you sell everything and leave everybody with the coins worth nothing. So that's what happened.
She had Wiz Khalifa, Mark Cuban as guests on her podcast.
That's crazy. I don't know. Maybe she's cool. Maybe she's good at it. I gotta listen to it. Or maybe she's boring and really got nothing else aside from that little joke she did that night. So,
do you think her friend was like, or she and her friends were like, let's become famous tonight? I want to be famous.
I think that shit was like straight up so spontaneous. Yeah, because before that and after that, you would see a lot of videos like this, where they would ask girls something in the street, and like the whole thing was like trying to get like a very sexy, descriptive answer, right?
Or maybe a dumb answer.
Right, that too. And you could see a lot of girls trying hard, especially after, but even before the Haktua happened, trying very hard to be like sensual and like just being extra. And when this Haktua girl did it, it felt so spontaneous, so organic, and so like on the spot that it just clicked with everybody in the world and made it like a viral thing, which is like the magic of the internet, like why things become viral. There's not really a formula, most of it happens in this organic, weird way where the internet always wins and finds the thing that people end up connecting with.
I feel, I don't know, weird about these situations because one, you can find someone very talented that just became famous out of nothing and then become, thanks to this fame that they got because they said something maybe dumb, they become something else. They do music, they do videos, they do something else that kind of marks them for that, and not just because of the dumb video. This girl, she kind of trademarked this Haktua, and she became this Haktua girl, right? Now she's I didn't even know her name until I looked it up. Haley, whatever, but she is known as this girl. And I think she's going to be stuck with this name forever. Maybe she won't be famous in 5 years, but everybody will be like, do you remember the Haktua girl?
Yeah, but think about it. Like that's how the internet has always been. There's a bunch of people that are famous for a meme, The old guy that has like the weird, uncomfortable laugh. Like there's a bunch of them, and yeah, they're always gonna be linked to that, no matter how much time passes. Like the black dude that did karate and did like ninja flips and fell, like that's a classic from the internet. The Mexican kid falling, crossing a river through a log, no matches way, and then he falls. Like that's a classic. There's so many classics from the internet, and they will forever be in our hearts.
Does it make you? Does it make you mad that people like this get some sort of fame, some sort of, money? Because think about it this way. We do this. Mm-hmm. We don't have a lot of viewers. We're right. Honest. We want to be known because we do this. We make people laugh or we give our takes on stuff. But does it make you mad that someone who has done perhaps less work get this instant famous?
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, part of it is unfair. And if you look at it that way, yeah, you could fall into like thinking, fuck, I mean, what are they getting? But think about it this way. A lot of those people, when shit blows up for them, they weren't even prepping for this. They weren't even looking for this. So they don't have the tools to capitalize on that opportunity. Whereas in our case, hopefully, if our viewers comment and subscribe and share it with their friends, what would happen is that once things pop off, we'll be ready for it because we've been doing this for a minute now, intentionally, to make content and make people laugh and be a little light, a little beacon in people's, sometimes harsh trajectory through life. So, yeah, but I feel you. I mean, I've learned as I grow older to not feel envy, but more try to, okay, if that happened, okay, good for them. Let's see how I can make my thing, better or improve on it. But yeah, I get you. I mean, there was a recent one here in the Spanish speaking world where it was like a song that went son de amore pa pa pa, and it was like a little girl sing, and it was like, what made it funny is that the person doing it wasn't doing it too well. So it was kind of funny that she wasn't doing it great. And then she had this little dance that she made up. And it's just like this peculiar things about the videos that make them viral. And I just find the internet to be funny in that way where you never know what's gonna click. And that has happened since the birth of memeing, where like memes were just text or an image very, badly made. But even since those times, the things that click, I don't even think you can predict them. You can be good at throwing a lot of fish hooks, and then every once in a while you catch one or two, but you cannot tell me I know exactly what's going to hit, because it's something that when it hits the public, it creates a viral reaction. So
I think you got to hit the right note, but we don't know what that right note is, right? Because it changes every day.
And it changes also the trends every few months, even through the years. Like people started wanting more shorts, more clips. Now maybe people start shifting to longer clips, because like now YouTube tells me, okay, the short can be up to 3 minutes, not only 1 minute. So I'm like, okay, so he said now people want a little longer video. So you kind of have to shift with it. But we want to know about the people that listen to us. What do you think? How do you listen to us? How do you listen to content? Is it more long form, short form? What are the things that sort of interest you? If you have any critiques, we take those too. And Chef Maurice, thank you for joining us again, like every week, directly from San Francisco. I'm in Madrid. We connect through an app that is able to connect the future with the past, and thus we're able to record this podcast through an intercontinental satellite that Elon Musk put. So we're on every platform, legal and illegal. Leave comments, share it with your friends. It really helps us. And thank you for joining us today. Have a great week.